Hi everybody, it's Ernie Sabella, the voice of Pumbaa from The Lion King. And I'm telling you to like this video and subscribe to Carny's YouTube channel.
Hey guys, how's it going? It's Carny. Fellas, good to see you. Ladies, I can't even put into words how good it is to see you. Welcome in. All right guys, there is a startling new trend going on at the offices of Saturday Night Live. It's not new. It's been going on for probably about 10 years now. I also don't know if that really qualifies as a trend anymore. That might be kind of just like a habit, or I don't know if you would use that word either. Whatever you want to call it, it came to a head just a few short weeks ago. It was in the cold open in the episode right before the election, where Maya Rudolph spoke to Kamala Harris, and Kamala Harris spoke to Maya Rudolph as mirror images. Now I know what you're thinking. You're thinking I'm about to go on some rant about how it's irresponsible for this television show to publicly endorse a candidate on live television. But I'm not. My problem is not with this side of the sketch. My problem is with this side of the sketch. Casting Maya Rudolph as Kamala Harris, in my opinion, was a huge mistake. And it's not because I don't like Maya Rudolph. I love Maya Rudolph. It's because Maya Rudolph has not been a cast member on Saturday Night Live for nearly 20 years. And her potentially playing the president on SNL, I think, does a massive disservice to the rest of the current cast. Let's talk about why. So if you watched SNL at all over the years, you would know that playing the president is a special honor. It's like a torch, pretend this is a torch. It's like a torch passing moment from one of the show's top players to another. Passing that torch to someone who has already made a career outside of the show, I think is a regressive move for two reasons. Number one, by doing this, you are subliminally signaling to your audience that you don't think anyone on your current roster is capable of handling this responsibility. And number two, you're not giving anyone on the roster the ability to grow into a performer that could handle that opportunity. Like, you're really telling me that Ego Nwodum, who is very, very funny, couldn't piece together a semi-decent Kamala Harris impersonation? I would like to see her try it. Guys, it's really quite simple. Performers, athletes, people need occasions to rise to get better. G League basketball players need to play with NBA basketball players to get better. But if they never get to play with those guys, they'll never be able to play with those guys. SNL used to be a star-making machine. Do you really think that Adam Sandler and Chris Rock would ever have become as popular as they did if every time they were in a big sketch, they brought back Dan Aykroyd and Eddie Murphy to take their parts? And I know that the show really isn't the star maker that it used to be, and that's fine. But if they don't give their young talent opportunities to grow and succeed, not only will they not be stars, but the star of the show will start fading as well. In this sketch, the Democrats, who, as I alluded to, are very obviously, who the people at SNL were hoping would win the election, are played by Maya Rudolph and Andy Samberg, who have not been on the show in 2 decades, Dana Carvey, who hasn't been on it in 3, and Jim Gaffigan, who has never even been part of the show. You're telling me that for the next 4 to 8 years, you want these non-cast members to take every political cold open away from the current cast? I'm sorry, that's just bad business. And I'm sure that having these people on helps with the ratings. I'm sure that's true. But even though I'm sure that's true, I still think this is a very short-sighted move. Other than Pete Davidson, kinda, SNL hasn't made like a big star that could draw eyes back to the product in a while. This is the well that they're drawing from right now. They will run out of former cast members to draw viewers at some point. And when they do, there won't be anyone the audience feels connected to enough that will be able to draw them back. I love comedy and do comedy, so I'm always gonna kinda be up on what's going on at SNL. But to the general public, does anyone know who these people are? I certainly wish that they did. Marcelo is great. Sarah is great. They're all great. But other than Bowen, Michael and Colin, and maybe Heidi, I don't know if a lot of people would be able to name a lot of the players who have been on the show for multiple years at this point. It's like relying on fossil fuels. It's great now, but it is gonna run out at some point, and when it does, we're gonna wish that we had invested a little bit more into Electric. But even with all that said, I understand why they do this. Financially, I'm sure that the money is better when they bring in someone they know the audience already likes. And I'm part of that problem too, because obviously as someone who's a fan of the show, I love seeing Maya. That kid that loved all of the Lonely Island digital shorts is really happy that Andy Samberg is back and making them again. But I also think it would probably be a good move to take it on the chin ratings-wise for a couple of years and build up some new talent. Foster new faces that people want to watch, and maybe usher in a new era of success for the show. I think there is a lot of talent on the current cast of Saturday Night Live. I really hope that they get more opportunities over the next few years to prove themselves. And I would love to pretend that this is all just because I'm such a nice guy, but I do have a bit of a selfish motivation for this. Comedy movies in the mainstream are dead. Comedy television is either unwatchably bad, or it's just a dramedy heavy on the drum. SNL is one of the last pure comedy strongholds we have in mainstream media, and I don't want it to get canceled. And I know it's been around so long, and it's the type of show, it's like The Tonight Show. Everybody's probably like, what are you talking about? Like, SNL's not gonna get canceled. But I don't think that's true. SNL has almost gotten canceled numerous times over the 5 decades it's been on air. It is very much on the board that 10 years from now, we could live in a world without Saturday Night Live. But I think it'll be fine. They just gotta let the kids cook. Because it works! Look at Domingo! If you don't know, Domingo is a character that Marcelo plays. He's kind of like a Latin Casanova. Sabrina Carpenter, who is the biggest Gen Z star on the planet, brought out Marcelo dressed as Domingo at her LA show. And the crowd went insane for him.
My name is Domingo.
They love him, and they should. He's funny. They're all funny. They will make stuff that young people connect with if they are given the opportunity to. That's gonna be it for this one. Comment if you have a favorite current SNL cast member. Comment your favorite current SNL cast member. I really would love to see who people are, resonating with the most, if there is anyone. So thank you guys. I'll catch you in the next one. Fellas, it was good to see you. And, say something nice to the ladies on the way out.
Hi everybody, it's Ernie Sabella, the voice of Pumbaa from The Lion King. And I'm telling you to like this video and subscribe to Carny's YouTube channel. That's Carny's YouTube channel.